let me...
Yeah, you're live. Alright, go ahead and do your intro. I'm live too. Alright, what is going on? And we are here with a Split Zombie podcast. It's been a long ass time since we've done this, alright? So, if you're new to this, it's basically a podcast with me and Split Cartoon. We are the #1 podcast in Hitler's bunker before he killed himself. Yeah, go ahead and take the time to think about that. Alright, so... But yeah, so we're here, obviously. It's been a fucking fat minute. And we have some shit to talk about, but before we go into the main topics, I basically want to talk about what's gonna be happening with me and Matt. So, Matt and I, there's a good chance that we're gonna be switching the PC. We're gonna be switching the PC instead of PlayStation 5 because, I mean, Matt already has a PS5, but I want to switch the PC because, one, a PlayStation 5 is a bitch to get, and considering the fact that PS5s are going to be on a low fucking, at a low number of copies until 2022, like, I don't want to wait a fucking year just to guarantee myself to get a console, you know? I'm not going to wait that long. And another reason why I'm switching the PC is because of the fact that PlayStation has been shit recently. Like, Sony, like, they've been doing a lot of shitty things. Like, so Matt and I, we immediately thought to ourselves, yeah, fuck this, we're just gonna switch the PC. It's worth it. It's worth the money. And I know somebody that can build me a PC. So, like, I can give, like, we have, like, the money that we were gonna use to get the PS5, we still have, which is, like, around $500. We'd probably give, that money to to the person that can to build my PC, and he can use, you know, another half, like, another 500, or just, like, we'll just give him $500 as, like, sort of like a bonus, I guess. You know, does that make sense? I mean, you guys know what I mean. Yeah, so Matt right now is playing The Sims. I'm on Madden. Obviously, I got my shit paused. So, what's going on, JDM? Welcome to the podcast. Just like I said earlier, the #1 podcast in Hitler's bunker. But yeah. So, we have a lot of shit to talk about. So, Matt, I kind of want you to start off with, like, some of the things that you were talking to me about earlier. Talk about the gas prices. Like, talk about what people have been doing with gas. Yeah, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. You know? And with, like, how people are fucking reacting nowadays. Wait, Natural Program says, Matt, they can't hear you. Hang on. We're having some technical difficulties, so hear us out here. Some technical difficulties, so hear us out here. Some technical difficulties, so hear us out here. What the fuck?
Why is... Okay, do it now?
Am I gonna be heard now? Hey.
Here, let me check. So, what was your thing on?
Apparently got switched back to don't allow.
So, what was your thing on?
This is why I'm switching to PC.
Apparently got switched back.
Alright, perfect. We can hear you, Matt. Hell yeah.
This is exactly why I'm switching to PC.
Alright, so anyways, so Matt, continue on what you were trying to say. Well, start from the beginning so that they know what you're talking about.
Alright, so, people, stupid ass fucking people, have been going to, the gas station because one person apparently said, hey, there's gonna be, a shortage on gas. And so a bunch of people have been going to the fucking gas station and just buying up gas like crazy. Like, people have been filling plastic fucking trash bags with gas.
Trash bags. That just makes me laugh.
God knows for what reason.
Why trash bags? You see, like a bin or a bucket would make sense, but a fucking trash bag?
Yes, but buckets are also plastic. That's what I'm saying here, is that...
Well, jerry cans are also plastic. Jerry cans are also plastic.
No, it's a type of plastic that will melt because of it.
Oh, yeah, true.
And they don't have caps on it or anything. Like... It's bad, dude.
But my fucking question is, why would you believe somebody... Like, why would you believe some random dude on the internet... Instead of asking, well, how do you know this, or how do you know that? Like, do you fucking... What, do you work for, you know, the... Like, I don't fucking know. It's stupid as hell. Like, obviously, Matt, like he said earlier, that somebody who made this public probably posted it on Twitter. Because now Twitter is just filled with a bunch of dumbasses. Alright? They're just filled with a bunch of dumbass Gen Z fuckboys. You know?
Yeah, fucking bunch of idiots.
Either that or Reddit.
Yeah.
Because Reddit... Like, I really don't like Reddit at this point. Like, I actually really hate it. It's not because of the people, it's because of the fucking mods, the moderators on there. Like, I tried to post something on r/KSI. It was basically a meme of Jake Paul getting the shit beat out of Floyd Mayweather. But I fucking tried to post the meme, and then I immediately get a message from the mod saying, oh, you don't have enough karma. And I'm like, what the fuck is karma? And why does it matter?
Yeah.
Since when do you need fucking... Why do you need karma to post something? Because I posted shit on Reddit before without any trouble. Alright? Especially on the r/minilad fucking thing before you know what happens. Like, I posted something on there, had no problems. And then now, if I try to post something on r/KSI, it would just give me a thing that I need more fucking karma. It's just fucking stupid as hell, and I haven't told anybody this, but one time, I don't even know what the hell happened, but this is what I think is gonna happen, or this is what I think happens. I posted on r/hip-hop music or something like that, or hip-hop heads, and I basically asked a question of people giving their opinions on rappers using punch-ins, right? And I get a message from the mod saying, oh, this post belongs in r/hip-hop help or something like that. And then a week later, I get permabanned. And I'm just like, homie, what? And then I immediately message Reddit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't violate any guidelines. And then they hit me back like a few days later saying, oh, we are so sorry. This was a mistake. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? What?
Jesus Christ.
And then I fucking tried to post something on the Call of Duty, like on the Call of Duty Zombies subreddit. Like, I was pretty much asking a question. I was basically asking everybody how they felt about Tombstone being in Firebase Z. And then I get a message from a mod saying, oh, your post was too short. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Like, since when does your post get taken down for being too short? I've posted stuff on Reddit that was shorter than that. Alright? It's the most fucking retarded thing I have ever seen. So it just makes me Reddit with how, like, moderators are, you know?
Yeah. Jesus
Like,
Christ.
it's fucking stupid as all hell. But to go back on, like, the gas thing, I have a feeling the person said what he or she said just for clout. Either,
Yeah.
like, there's only two fucking, or actually there's three reasons why they could have done this. One was that they probably found out, they probably got some misinformation somehow. The second reason is it could be because of the fact that they just want clout, or the third reason is that they're just completely fucking insane. Alright? Like, they don't, like, their mindset isn't perfect and they just post something because, like, they can't help it or shit like that. I don't know. Like, regardless, though, it's still, like, why do they believe this?
Yes, why do people believe this shit? It's so fucking dumb.
It makes no fucking sense. Alright, but speaking of stupid people doing shit for clout, Matt, I'm not sure if you heard about this, but very recently, this fucking YouTuber, he broke into SpaceX. Like, the facility SpaceX.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
this YouTuber, he literally vlogged himself breaking into SpaceX, filming shit, and then he got, like, there was a search warrant out for his arrest because he uploaded the video to YouTube, acting like there was nothing wrong with it. And then
Yeah, you broke into a fucking building, you dolt.
and then fucking there was a search warrant out for his arrest, and then he immediately posts an apology video, and this is the worst apology video I have ever seen on YouTube. He basically says shit like, yeah, I'm sorry for breaking into the building, it wasn't my intention. And I was thinking to myself, what do you mean it's not your intention? What the fuck does that even mean?
How do you enter a goddamn building and fucking break into a goddamn building and not fucking know? Be like, oh, I'm breaking into a goddamn building.
Like, he said that he wasn't thinking about this shit. Like, he wasn't thinking at all. But here's what I was thinking. I seriously doubt you weren't thinking. I think that you were just thinking that you weren't gonna get caught. Alright? You were thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in, I'm not gonna get caught, you know, and shit like that. So for him to say that he wasn't thinking at the heat of the moment, like, obviously there had to have been some planning. Alright? Obviously you did think about what was gonna happen. You probably did think about the consequences too. So for you to say that you weren't thinking, like in the heat of the moment, that's just one of the dumbest excuses I've ever heard. And he also, and he said that his main excuse of breaking into the facility is that people wanted to, everybody in vlogging, he was a vlog channel, right? He basically wanted to do something different. So, that basically results into him breaking into a facility and fucking, you know, vlogging it. And I said this to Matt earlier, originality doesn't always mean perfect, alright? You don't have to be original to be perfect, okay? Sometimes if you follow the current trends, it won't be the worst idea ever, alright? And like he kept saying that it wasn't my intention. I'm thinking to myself, what do you mean it's not your intention? It wasn't your intention to get caught? It wasn't your intention to break the law? Like, if you seriously thought it wasn't against the law to break into a fucking facility where they have a giant-ass rocket, like, fucking run by Elon Musk? What? Yeah. Like, it really shows... It really shows how fucked up this goddamn generation is, dude. And you were saying earlier how you hated being, like, the age that you are.
I hate the age that I am because of what we're gonna have to deal with when we're older from the people, because I don't see us in the generation that is fucking everything up. I see us in the generation before, because the people that are fucking everything up is 19 to like 25-year-olds.
Right.
Not
which are full-grown
like
adults.
14. These
They're
are full-grown adults that are being fucking stupid. And you can say it's Gen Z all you want, but no, it's people that are 20. It's the idiot generation. The 19 to 25-year-olds that don't know what they're goddamn doing.
We should just call this generation Generation D, as in Generation Dumbass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna be calling it now. Instead of Generation Z, Generation D.
From people that are aged 19 to 25, it's Generation D, because they're all fucking dumb. They're just stupid.
And it's funny how we're 16, right? We're still minors.
Yeah.
We're still growing, and we have more common sense than they do, because
than these people do.
Right? And they're older than us. How the hell do they not know what common sense is? Common sense doesn't exist anymore. All right, it's a myth at this point. Alright.
People can say that we're dumb, that us children are dumb as they want, but when someone calls me dumb and says that I don't know anything, I'll point them straight to the 25-year-olds that are doing this shit. They're fucking up our world right now.
Especially, like
you want to know who really doesn't know what they're doing? Them.
Especially the ones breaking into facilities, stealing a fuck ton of gas, fucking trying to cancel Eminem, or canceling anybody for that matter, over mistakes that they've made in the past. Honest mistakes that they've made. Alright? And like, here, I just wanna say this, okay? If you're one of those people out there that want to try and cancel people they've done in the past, I mean, you can do that. You can try and do that. Like, you can call them out, like, you can make it public that they, this is what they said in their past, but you shouldn't automatically assume, like, for example, what if somebody, a year ago said the N-word on stream or something like that, and then it, once that person becomes famous, there's gonna be people digging up their past and, making that public. You can do that, but you can't automatically assume that they're a racist, alright? Especially if it's out of context, right? Because you don't know what kind of context it was in and shit like that. And if they don't, like, if they're not actually racist and you guys are just fucking canceling them for honest mistakes that they've made, then that's just stupid as hell. Because I guarantee everybody on this planet, especially the ones that always try to cancel people for the dumbest reasons, I guarantee those people and everybody else in this world have made mistakes in the past, that if they were to do it now, or if they were to do it while, like, big, like Elon Musk big, it could jeopardize their career. Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody has done that. And if you say you've never done something like that, you're either fucking lying, or you're just straight up dumb. Alright?
Fuck.
Like, I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you guys, alright? And you can use me as an example. Especially in the past, I used to drop, the F-bomb, the F-slur all the time. Alright? Like, I'm pretty sure all of us did. Because back then it was more acceptable, but now, cancel culture and shit saying that...
I still do it. I don't give a fuck what you guys think of me. You can try and drag me down, but I'll always come back, because fuck cancel culture, fuck everybody else, all you guys can go fuck yourselves. You're trying to make it so that we can't swear. Well, swearing isn't bad. What is bad is all of you, the people out there, that are fucking trying to say that it is, because it isn't. Thousands of people do it. It's been going on for years. For hundreds of years, people have been saying the F word, that fuck, and other shit like that.
Right.
So, you telling us now that it's not okay? You can go and fuck yourself. Because it is. Because, not as a little kid, but if you're in your teens, go for it. Go for it. You're fucking okay. It's great. It's good. You're good. But before teens, don't. Just don't. But when you go into your teens, I think it's fine. It's fine because it's a way of living when you're older.
Right. And I'm just gonna pause this real quick. This is sort of off topic, but Andy1 Pro Games said, "Put Lamar Jackson back." Sorry, bro. In this division, Holden McCock is the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, man.
What the fuck?
That's the name of the quarterback. Remember I told you I have a quarterback named Holden McCock?
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways. So back with this whole shit, like, I've said the F slur a lot. Not the F word, not the word fuck. I'm talking about the F-A-G-G-O-T word. I don't want to say it now.
Oh, faggot.
Yeah, well, Matt said it.
I don't give a shit. I'm telling you.
Well, you're not saying
if you
it...
get offended by
well, I mean,
that
you're not
goddamn word...
you're saying it in the context where you're explaining what it means or you're explaining what it is.
But if you get offended by that word, stop being a pansy. Stop being a pansy.
Well, I can kind of understand why people would get offended because it's against people who are homosexual.
It's not offensive, okay? It's a word
Depends
that
how
we
you
use.
it, I guess.
It's like feminism. That's a fucking objective word, but it's not. If I'm doing it in a playful tone, then yes. But if somebody goes up to a gay person and is like, "Hey, faggot, you want to get fucked?" Yeah. That's when it's not okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you should never call a homosexual person that word, you know?
That is not when it's okay. Because if you go up to someone and say that, you deserve to get punched in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah, and especially with, like, the way how people say the word gay, because... like, words change over time, and they, like, have their own different meanings, you know? Gay, the word gay, it started off as, like, being happy. So, you can be happy gay, and meaning that you're not homosexual, or you're not actually, you know, you're not, like, liking the same gender that you are, you know?
Yeah.
And people just use the word gay in a sentence because it's just sort of like a lazy way of saying lame or something like that. Saying, "Oh, you can't. Oh, your mom won't let us go to McDonald's. That's gay." Shit like that. And that was just sort of how the way that I used the F slur in the past. It was just sort of like a lazy way of calling somebody an asshole or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with people, like, taking these words at such high esteem, you gotta understand the context. Like,
we can't really
obviously,
use them.
it does kind of depend on what word you use. Like, obviously, you should never call anybody an N-word. Because that shit is just not okay, because it's just, like, sort of, like, it's just not okay. In any context. Well, if you're saying the N-word in the case where you're reading it, like if you're reading, like, Huckleberry Finn or Of Mice and Men, that's fine. But if you're using it as a way to... What?
It's in Mice and Men?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Of Mice and Men. But yeah, if you're using the N-word in a way to attack somebody else, regardless if they're a different race or not, then that's obviously not okay. But, you know, like, I don't know. It's complicated. And I don't use the F slur a lot anymore, as I used to. And the only times I ever would is if it accidentally blurts out.
Yeah.
But, you know, but do I offer any apologies for using the F slur in the past? No, not really. Because I was a dumbass kid back then. Like, very recently, I actually started to become more mature, okay?
Where's the fuck?
But I offer no apologies. Like, obviously, it's okay to be offended. And I guess, like, I'm sorry to those that got offended. But at the same time, that doesn't make me homophobic. Because I'll treat anybody the same. Regardless of race, religion... sexuality, sexual preference, anything like that. If you're a human, I'll treat you like a human. And if you're one of those people out there that hate everybody else because they're different, because if they're gay, bi, black, Hispanic, Asian, if you're one of those people, fuck you. Alright, honestly. Because there's no none whatsoever. And if you're a fan of mine watching this right now, and you're like that, I suggest you go watch somebody else. Because I think people like that make shitty choices, and I want nothing to do with you until you change yourself. Alright?
There's another thing that I would like to comment on. YouTubers that when they're in a game, and some like let's take Modern Warfare YouTubers to say, and they listen to hot mics in their game, and somebody says fuck you and shit to them, and it's like,
right,
and they're like, that's just not okay. You're playing an M-rated game with hot mics on, which you don't need to have on. If you don't want to listen to swears, that's okay. But don't listen to hot mics when you know that it's gonna happen.
And here's what I gotta say. If you're one of those people to tell somebody to stop swearing, like, it ultimately depends on the situation, but if it's in the situation where, if it's in, like, a game like Call of Duty, a game that's rated M for mature, that is a game made for adults, and specifically a game sold to adults, alright? Like, you shouldn't tell somebody to stop swearing. And if you're...
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear my cat or not, but she's just looking outside. But anyways, if you're gonna tell somebody to stop swearing in the demographic where there's a lot of adults or, you know, actual mature people, then just fuck off. We don't want you here.
No. Coop, I'm leaving.
Alright.
I'll be back in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, like, just stop. Just stop. Like, this cancel culture just needs to end.
It's the stupidest fucking thing ever.
I don't think that we need cancel culture at all. It's not needed.
Cancel culture is the worst thing about being famous.
If we want to swear, if we want to make jokes about fucking... No. If we want to make jokes about, like, about dark jokes, which jokes are usually meant to be as dark jokes. I was watching this video that was like, this guy was like, if you don't appreciate dark humor, then you don't know what humor is. Like,
Yeah.
like, because humor's meant to be dark. Most humor jokes are dark.
And this is
Jokes.
what I have to say. You know, like, people that think dark humor is bad, like, that's fine. That's fine, like, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you have to understand why people laugh at dark humor. We don't laugh at dark humor because we think it's true. We laugh at dark humor because we just think it's completely, like, it's funny. We just think it's funny that our friends are able to stoop that high to humor. We're not laughing at the joke. Like,
We're not
say
making
somebody
light
makes,
of the-
like, say somebody makes, like, a 9/11 joke, right? We're not laughing at the
not
joke
making-
entirely, we're laughing at our friend for making the joke, because we're just completely shocked and flabbergasted that they were able to go that high, no pun intended.
Most jokes aren't bad. Like, I was watching this video, right? And it was like a bunch of African Americans all around a bunch of shit, right?
Right.
And there was one white guy. So the white guy makes a joke, edgy joke, right?
Right.
People laugh to it. The other guy makes a racist joke. And so it was basically whoever makes the funniest joke gets hit. And so the white guy gets hit. And then at the bottom of the screen, because they have to now, it says, racism isn't funny. And it's like...
That's where I disagree.
Is
And
this
well,
what our culture has
obviously,
gone to?
well, racism itself isn't funny, but racist jokes, they are funny.
Like, we're
but they're only-
racist for laughing at them. We are just laughing at a funny joke.
We're laughing because our homies were able to stoop that high to make jokes like that. Like, you see, racist jokes, like, dark humor is funny because Our friends make it funny. It's not entirely the joke itself. Alright, you gotta understand that.
Like, people just need to stop being offended as so much.
I mean, it's okay to be offended, but you can't automatically call somebody a bad person. Because, especially if it's somebody online that you barely know, because you don't know who they are in real life. You don't know what they do. Alright? Like, it would just sort of be unfair to judge somebody just because of, like, what you see in public versus what you see in private.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not fair.
Stop judging people online for what they do, and feminists, just calm down on the whole yelling at, like, people that do, like, small things. Like, there's a bunch of videos up there of feminists doing stupid shit. Like, they're supposed to be rooting for equal rights, right? But instead, mainly it's just like dumb stuff.
But women do have equal rights, just like men. We all have equal rights. So what the hell are they on about? We want equal rights. You already have equal rights.
They're saying that women aren't as privileged as men. Men.
That's bullshit.
Alright, I'm gonna make the same argument as all these fucking videos. Men are when you get into a divorce, men are the ones that get the child taken away from them. Men.
Well, it really depends. It really depends on
Cooper,
how it is.
If you cannot prove that the mother is unsuitable for the child, the father always gets the child taken away from him in custody.
Yeah, that's very true.
In a rape situation where a woman can just say, he raped me,
they'll believe her.
And then they'll believe her. And, like, all the feminists will go up behind her and be like, yes, she's right, she did get raped, even though there's no evidence. Like, I was talking to Cooper about this yesterday. There was this one time where, there's this one thing I heard about, where this woman robbed a store, she ran out of the store, and the clerk chased after her. And she just started yelling, he raped me, he raped me. So the clerk had to stop running, because she was screaming that he raped her. So he would have gotten beat up right there if he had kept on running after her. So she used the empowerment that she has against men, against us. So you want to talk about injustice between men and women? Men usually get a longer sentence than women do for the same crime.
Yeah, that's very true. That's actually very true. A lot of people talk about racism, but not a lot. Well, I mean, a lot of people do talk about sexism, but not as much as racism.
There's a lot of stuff that I would like to go into about that. I just don't want to anger too many people. But as you can see,
who gives a damn? We're in America. You got the freedom of speech.
There's a lot of stuff that I don't remember, but there's like a lot of stuff writing on paper. There's this one guy that I watched, Dr. Pezzery or something, and he made fun of all these feminists and was like talking about, wasn't making fun of them, not that. He was basically telling them, no, you are wrong, and he gave facts. He literally gave facts. He literally brought up documents saying, here is the proof that we have that you did not have when you were making your statements about stuff that you're saying. And so I was like, yeah, you're right. And, like, a bunch of people in the comments were saying that, no, he's dumb, and, like, a bunch of shit, when he literally had it in fact that that's what was happening.
Right. Yeah, like, I mean, I just hate it when people abuse power.
Yeah. Don't abuse the power that you have, then nobody will trust you.
Right. I'm not saying all women have power, But, you know, it's just basically what the people believe. It's basically what the people choose to believe, you know?
Yeah.
So the woman that falsely accuses somebody of rape, obviously she would be in the wrong, but all the people blindly, blindly being on her side without any evidence is also in the wrong as well.
Yeah. Just don't make accusations when you don't have any proof behind them.
Right. Yeah. Like, it just shows
It's
how
just-
fucked we are.
Our economy is fucked. Our people are fucked. America's gonna go downhill soon, and it's
Politics
just a matter
are
of
fucked.
time.
But, like, I don't like to go into politics.
It-
I mainly like to go into social stuff instead of political.
Yeah, it's just everything in our country is dumb and stupid.
Yeah.
But we live here because it's still, through all of that, one of the best things.
One of the best countries to live in.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it is. It is what
it
is.
is a fucky thing, and it's bad, and I wish it wasn't like that, but it is.
Mm-hmm. And it really pisses me off when people say, oh, like, I mean, you said that you didn't want to anger people with your opinions, and I was like, bro, you got freedom of speech, First Amendment right there, dude.
I just don't want a bunch of people. Well, it would give me views, but fuck it. I don't use my opinions to get views, is what I'm saying here. I try not to do that, but when I am
But you
very
give your
big on a
opinion
topic,
because you give your opinion because you have the right to give an opinion.
yeah, if
Alright.
I think about it, if I know I want to do it, then and I have a really big opinion about it, I will say it. Because I have the right to say it.
Mm-hmm. And no one should be stopping you for it.
My phone fell to the floor.
Oof. That's tough.
Yeah. It's just dumb, and I don't like it, but it's what we gotta deal
Nah.
with, so...
No, we don't. We don't like it. So, yeah, shit, what are we gonna talk about now? What are some things that you also had on your mind? Because, like, Matt, you're a very talkative person. You talk about a lot of stuff. Like, what were
I don't
some
know
things
why,
that you were...
but-
What were some things that you've told me that you think that you want to share with everybody else? Even though nobody's watching my podcast right now. I don't know about you. Is anybody watching yours?
No. Nobody
No?
watches, usually. But we do our best. One thing I need to talk about is PlayStation. Why the fuck can't you fix your shit?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Fucking PlayStation. I just want to talk about this. PlayStation and Xbox both have this problem. You guys don't know how to run a console.
Right.
Come to us as our fucking players of your console, us consumers of your console, and ask us questions. Because if you
Really?
ask us
Yeah, for
questions, we will literally be able to tell you things that are wrong with your console.
I really don't understand why it's so hard for video game companies to reach out to their fans and ask what they want instead of what, the companies want. Well, they should have a blend of both. They should have a blend of what everybody wants and what the developers want. Alright? They need to reach out to their fans more.
Yeah, definitely.
And it would make gaming, like, a much more
A much more
fun place.
environment. That's why I want to go to PC, because there's so many games on PC that are in the old games. There's so many old games on PC that are so much better than these new ones that have come out, just because they were games where they actually discussed what they want with the people.
And, like, some people say that, especially with, like, backwards compatible games like PS3 into PS4, they say, oh, we can't do that. And I sit here and think, if Xbox can do it, you can do it too. Alright? Especially with Black Ops 2. Like, why is it so hard to put Black Ops 2 on PS4 or 5?
Yeah, Black Ops 2 and 1. Just do it.
If Xbox can do it, you can do it too, PlayStation.
At least goddamn add it to fucking
PlayStation Now.
PlayStation PlayStation Now. Because it's a game that everybody on your PlayStation wants to play, but nobody can, so they have to get a PC.
Right.
But I'm just saying, they're saying that the PlayStation 5 backups are gonna go into 2022.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That's basically one of the reasons now
I
want to get a PC instead of a goddamn PlayStation 5.
My PS5 because of the exclusives, but that is the only reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be getting a PC, and you guys are gonna be seeing a ton of gameplay that I'm gonna be uploading way more. I'm gonna have Gmod, Minecraft mods. I'm gonna be doing Gmod Tornado mod.
Discord's moving to PlayStation so that we can talk to our PlayStation friends still.
Still in 2021 because the fucking lazy ass motherfuckers because of the pandemic. Though all you need to do, I don't know what you need to do, but like it's basically you need to add backwards compatibility, and you need to be able to add being able to move around Discord with your controller. But it basically just needs to be like PlayStation, where you start out in your party, you enter a party, and then there you go. It's this. Literally, PlayStation has already made Discord, so it shouldn't be that hard to integrate. It shouldn't take a full year to integrate Discord into their console.
Right. I mean,
I'm just saying.
It is better than not having it entirely.
Yeah. I am just excited for it, but I'm gonna be on PC.
Here, PlayStation. You get my one finger clap of approval, okay? You get my one finger clap of approval.
Shut up, phone!
Did you get a new ringtone?
Yeah, why the fuck did my phone drop to?
What happened to your original ringtone? Did you change it?
Where the fuck did you drop? 1 second.
Me trying to understand gravity. You drop a phone. You think it, like, you drop your phone, theoretically it's supposed to land, you know, right next to a trash can, but it ends up going on the other side of the fucking room. Yeah, like, that's just something that I don't understand with gravity.
Yeah,
But hey, it's physics, apparently. Maybe I just need to get better at physics. What am I, a fucking scientist?
I am just hoping that we can all do our own thing, so...
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's true.
See when we're older what happens. I'm probably gonna have to move in with a few of my friends, like so many people are doing nowadays.
What, having a roommate?
Yeah. So many people are just having to have a roommate, a friend or a girlfriend that you had during high school.
Right.
It's either one, because as either that or you gotta stay in your parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it's just same thing over and over again. You're gonna have a roommate because you're both gonna have to do a job and share that mortgage, because mortgages, taxes, shit have just gone skyrocketed because of how many people have been in here. And that's why I say we gotta reduce the fucking population. I'm telling you, it's happening. These people that are filling up trash bags with gas, there you go. Send them on a cruise ship.
We need to eliminate all of the feminists, all of the Karens, all of the Kyles, and all the stupid people.
Not all the feminists. Some of the feminists are good, but like extreme feminists.
Right.
that are like dumbass feminists. Those ones. All the Karens. There you go. Onto that boat. All the people that are trying to cancel Eminem. There you go. Onto that boat.
Yeah, good luck with that shit. I've talked about this
all
before.
the people
Good luck
that
trying to
said
cancel
that-
Eminem.
All the people that said Pepe Le Pew needs to be out of the fucking new live-action Looney Tunes movie. There you go. Onto the boat.
Who?
Pepe Le Pew, the skunk that was always a little bit too intimate with the cat.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, he's out of the movie. There you go. All the people that say that video games need to be taken off of because they're way too violent. There you go, under that boat. There you go. We've reduced the population enough so that taxes can go down.
Mm-hmm. You remember a time on YouTube where you can do whatever you want?
Yeah, I remember that. All the people that fucking fucked that over for us. Like, hey, ads that is not going to be listening to this video. Hey, ads, listen to this. Me swearing in my video isn't going to affect your reputation at all. Nobody gives a shit about your ads. The only people that give a shit about your ads is when we talk about your ads.
That's true. And here's what you guys want to know something? Not a lot of people actually talked about this, but due to YouTube's terms and service and how, like, they operate things on YouTube, they breach your rights. So, you can't swear in your videos? First Amendment breach right there. You can't do reaction videos. Fair use breach right there. Alright? Like, it really pisses me off.
Excuse me, but I should be able to do the shit that I want to do on my fucking own terms when I'm on YouTube.
And that's how YouTube started.
Because I know nudity and all that other crap. Yes, that should go. Yet they allow feminists to come onto this app and talk about how stupid people are. And if you watch Daz games and Daz watches ever, if anybody's ever done that, he has gone to videos where a woman has actually said that depression is all in your head. That depression isn't real. And that's allowed on YouTube.
What the fuck?
That's allowed on YouTube, but me saying the fucking F-bomb? Fucking nah, I'm allowed on YouTube.
If I were to say shit like fuck shit, dick, asshole, piss, retard, that's just gonna get me demonetized, so cool.
But when other people say things like that, like what I just pointed out, like you're a fucking depression is all in your head and it's not real, or
that's
like the vegan teacher comes in here and is like, you gotta be vegan or else you're gonna die, or something like that. No, that's
you're literally forcing
fine.
Other people's beliefs into yours.
Yeah, that's completely fine, because that's freedom of speech. Yet you don't give us actual YouTubers, us people that want to make other people's lives better when they're feeling depressed and down, not allowed to swear. Because that's what they come.
It pisses me off how YouTube, like, they treat, bigger YouTubers, like, differently than smaller YouTubers. It's like in real life, like, they treat rich people, very well, and then they I can't even talk. They fucking... Jesus Christ. How could I forget the word that I was trying to use?
Yeah, just stop fucking over us.
They treat like rich people in real life very well, and they treat poor people fucking horribly. Same thing with YouTube. Like, if you're trying to start off, it's a fucking shit show. I would not recommend starting YouTube anymore. Like, if you're a new YouTuber, I would recommend it. I will not recommend it.
I'm gonna try it, but it's really hard. It's just so hard to do it, and it sucks that it's so hard to do it, because it used to be a lot easier than it is now.
Because I've been doing YouTube for a while. I've had the UrBn Zombie channel since 2017, but I've been doing YouTube before then. And I remember a time in YouTube where you could do whatever the hell you wanted. Alright? I remember the OG terms and service where if you do shit, like, straight up illegal, or just something that is not okay, then yeah, you'll get flagged for that. But nowadays, you'll get flagged for swearing. For fucking swearing. Are you kidding me?
Like, it's nobody cares if we swear. The only people that care are the Karens and the fucking Gen D. That's all.
Yeah, Gen dumbass.
That's literally the only people that care if you swear. Nobody else cares. Nobody else gives a shit if you swear.
Can we just get the fucking hashtag Generation Dumbass trending or some shit?
Yeah.
I would love to have that trend.
Just stop being fucking idiots. Like, if I have to go to TikTok and start making TikTok videos so that I can get views on my YouTube channel, that's when YouTube is just not worth it.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, I really want this started up so that I have a second option after I am done doing other things. And I'm gonna do that. But for other people that just want to start a YouTube career, we can't do that. And I feel like the reason why is because YouTube saw how many people were coming onto their platform, so they tried to make it as hard as it possible so they didn't have to spend as much money.
Either that or they tried too hard to be professional. Alright. Because YouTube... it's not even YouTube anymore. It's fucking, YouTube's YouTube. You do what they want, not what you want. And it's just, it just sucks. Like, I mean, I'm still gonna make YouTube videos. Because, like, I don't necessarily want to be a YouTuber, I just want to be a musician. And I use YouTube to, get myself out there. I don't want to make money off of it, not yet at least. I just want to get my music out there so that one day if I blow up, it can give me a better chance to get a record deal, and then I can start making money.
Yeah. And I just want to make people happier. I want people to come to my channel when they're feeling down, and it enlighten their day and make them happier.
Mm-hmm. Like, it really pisses me off. Like, it really pisses me off that a lot of bad things happen to, like, the actual decent people. Yeah. Like, people who are actually decent in this world, they're the ones that get put to shit. Meanwhile, the people who are shitty people, they're, like, a lot of good shit happens to them. It makes absolute no sense.
Just so...
Like, Matt here, like, he wants to make YouTube videos and he wants to help others, and that's what I want to do too. I want to make music and help others. Is that too much to fucking ask?
Is that too much to ask nowadays? If I can swear and I can do so much other stuff, it would be so much. It makes so much happy when somebody goes onto YouTube and just hears someone swearing for no reason, just yelling out curse words and stuff. And if that's what makes people happy, then why shouldn't we be able to do that?
And you want to know something? If YouTube got sued for, making it so that you can't use, if YouTube were to get sued for violating people's rights, I would not be surprised. I'm telling you, if I had the money and lawyers, I would sue YouTube for fucking, infringing on people's rights. And I'm pretty sure I would win.
Yeah. If I had enough money, I would be like, fuck you guys, you can all go fuck yourselves. And then just be like, hey, give me $100 or give me $100,000 or make it so that I make money on my YouTube channel when I'm making videos.
And you want to know,
because
I'm gonna say this real quick. Hold that thought real quick, Matt. Or, here, I'll actually let you continue, go ahead.
Put my videos on the front page of people's things, so that they click on it. You don't have to give me money, just put them on your front page, so that when people click onto YouTube, and they're looking through the recommended feed, recommend me. because I'm gonna actually enlighten their day.
Yeah.
Because unlike you, YouTube creators, I'm actually gonna be enlightening their day instead of ruining it by you making it so that we can't do anything that enlightens their day anymore. I'm pretty sure that pretty soon, like, YouTube tried to do this and then they got sued for it. YouTube tried to make their app like the most kid-friendly shit when it's literally meant for teenagers. We're supposed to be allowed to say shit and ass and bitch on this app.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be allowed to do that. Not fuck, but shit, ass, and bitch.
It doesn't even matter with the whole COPPA shit, because you're still gonna get flagged anyway, even if you list your video not kid-friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. You still get it, because YouTube just wants to be a wholesome and nice place, because they know how many kids are on their app. And they already got sued for this once, and they can get sued for it again.
Mm-hmm.
And yet people are still bleeping. I think that most people are still doing it because they know that they have a younger audience still. But, like, if I'm an upcoming YouTuber and I swear, and I get 1,000 viewers and I 1,000 subscribers, and I go and say, hey, can you start paying me for my YouTube videos? And they're like, well, we would like to, but you swear a lot in your videos. I'd be like, so?
Yeah.
So? Why? What does that have to do with anything? Because I do it to make people happy. What do you do on a daily basis to make people happy? I make my videos so that people can come to my channel and watch it and be happy. And if I want to get paid for that, so that I can make this my full-time job, so I can make people happy full-time, why don't you let me do that?
And here's what I say. You know, if there are gonna be kids watching my videos, I mean, that's fine, but I don't understand why that would be a bad thing, because I grew up in a time where I was allowed to, like, watch, like, like, the first violent game I've ever played was Saints Row 2. Alright, I've seen a lot of fucking, I've killed people in that game, I've stolen cars and shit like that, especially in Grand Theft Auto, where I started playing that, GTA 4. I've seen people get killed, I've seen a lot of shit like that in a video game. And I've grown up to be a decent human being. I've never actually went out in public and, you know, shot anybody or robbed anybody because of something I saw in a video game. And if you have a kid that know the barrier between a video game and reality, that's fine. Okay? That is perfectly fine.
But this is the problem I have, is that kids nowadays already swear. And it's not just from YouTube, it's from every other thing out there. They already swear and yell and say mean things and shit like that.
Yeah,
they already do all that. So, like, why should we as YouTubers be punished for what their parents allowed them to do?
That's very true. And we're not responsible with who watches our videos. YouTube is an open site. It's open to anybody. Alright?
Anybody. At all.
Anybody. At any time, anywhere can watch our videos. It's not our responsibility to say who watches our videos, or it's not our responsibility to know who watches our videos. And if parents are gonna, like, you know, shit on YouTubers, especially in the, you know, the regular YouTube site, not YouTube Kids, but in the regular YouTube site, if they're gonna, shit on them for, you know, not being kid-friendly and shit like that, this is where I step in and I'm like, how about you actually watch your kid, you watch the stuff that he watches, you advise what he does instead of using YouTube as a babysitter. Okay, YouTube is not your babysitter, motherfucker, alright? It's a website. You need to understand the difference between a babysitter and a website. Alright? I bet you get that through your
Yeah.
fucking skull. And with, like, the whole thing of, like, YouTube violating your rights and shit, that's very true. Now, I remember the original terms and service where if you have straight up porn in your video, then that can get taken down. But the only time where I'll actually accept nudity in a video is that if you're actually teaching somebody stuff like anatomy and shit. Like, you're actually teaching people about the human body, that's fine. Like, as long as, like, if there is nudity in your video, but you're using the nudity for educational purposes, like sex education, that's fine, alright? I don't mind that whatsoever. But I remember where the terms and service was like, can't have any, you know, videos of people in real life getting killed or, you know, just straight up stuff that's actually bad. You know, straight up illegal stuff. You know, what's up, Nate?
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. But nowadays, you know, they literally infringe on your rights. You know, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. That's a breach of the First Amendment, freedom of speech. Alright? We're Americans, motherfucker. We have a freedom of speech. And I'm not gonna let YouTube to stop me from saying what I want, and especially posting what I want. Okay? And especially with, like, reaction videos and stuff. Reaction videos fall under fair use, my guy.
Yeah.
Alright? As long as you're not literally sitting there with a blank face, not saying anything, or not giving your opinion on the video you're watching, as long as you're, like, actually contributing entertainment while watching said video, that is literally fair use. But YouTube doesn't give a shit about that. They're like,
But
fair use,
but,
what the
like,
fuck is that?
let me watch a video of Logan Paul's and make their fun of him, but still source him out and say, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me do that.
Because fair use gives you the right to use copyrighted content for educational purposes, research, commentary, and criticism.
Yeah.
Alright. So, like, it just honestly sucks with how that is. Like, I'm just that fucking... Like, YouTube just sucks right now.
Yeah, I just
But
wish
I'm
that
still gonna continue to upload on there.
society could just be better and not be how it is nowadays.
I'm surprised the original creators of YouTube, I'm surprised that they haven't spoke out about how YouTube is now. I'm surprised they haven't. They've been relatively quiet since YouTube first launched.
Yeah. Stop making YouTube bad, stop adding new guidelines, take away some, and YouTube would be a much better place if we could swear, if we could react a lot more. It would just be a much better place than it is now.
You know, Susan Wojcicki or whatever her fucking name is, she's not good at what she does. She's not a good CEO. We need a better CEO. We need to get her out of office. Alright, we need a better CEO that actually understands YouTube. Like, what if we had somebody like PewDiePie as YouTube CEO?
Or Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, who will both, like, swear a lot.
OGs of YouTube.
That
Like,
are actually
OG
know what...
YouTubers being the CEO? Like, that'll be
actually
awesome. Because they
know what
understand
they're
how
doing.
YouTube works. And how it used to be compared to how it is now. So...
Yeah.
So, Susan better fucking change her shit, otherwise YouTube is just gonna get worse from here on out.
Yeah.
And, like, and the sad thing is that YouTube's never gonna be replaced. Many sites have tried, especially Storyfire. Like, you know, McJuggernuggets? No, well, he's an OG YouTuber. He tried to make his own website called Storyfire, which was similar to YouTube, but it filed for bankruptcy. like, a lot of new sites that try to be like YouTube, they end up filing for bankruptcy because they're not as successful. Like, they don't
Nobody
have...
hears of them. They don't promote them enough.
Yeah, they don't have the funding, either. Which is, like, it's fucked. It's completely fucked. Oh, fuck
And,
it, you know.
the thing
We
about
need
Jacksepticeye-
Mr. Beast. How about this? Hear me out real quick. What if we had Mr. Beast create a better YouTube?
Yeah.
He
just
could definitely
let
do
Mr.
it.
Beast do
Mr. Beast is an entrepreneur. This man literally has a fast food chain.
The thing about people
And he's got a
is
shit
that
ton of money. I'm pretty sure he can
we
do
know-
it.
We
And I would love to
no
see it happen.
longer- We no longer do the things that we used to do. If everybody on YouTube rose up and said no, YouTube would have to file for bankruptcy, and they would have to give in to our agreements. Because YouTube is a site where we could do that. We could step our foot down, say no, we want to be able to swear, we want to be able to react to other people's video, we want to be able to do all this stuff, and if we don't, we're not going to do anything for you. So you're not going to be getting any more views, anything, and you're going to have to file for bankruptcy.
Well, unfortunately, that's never going to
Anytime
happen because YouTube is the only... It's the only video file... Like, it's the only video sharing website right now. Like, Twitch... Twitch is worse than YouTube. I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you.
But the thing is
and-
that it doesn't... Because most people, yes, they do make money off of YouTube, and it's the way that they live. But they could easily find a job. They could go into a job. A lot of them are qualified for a minimum job, and most of them already have the money to last them for a year. Most of the bigger ones that, if you have been able to run off of a YouTube for a job for the past 3 years, you're probably at this point enough that you have enough money to last you a year.
Right.
Or so. So you can get a job that pays you enough money so that you can do stuff. Or, how about this? Instead of buying a goddamn gigantic house with all the money you're making from YouTube, buy a business. Buy a business, be smart, buy a business, make more money off of that business, not just a merch store, an actual business. And use that business to make you a ton of money, and then you can and then everybody can all the big YouTubers can step back and be like, here you go. Try
Yeah.
it the way that you did want to.
So, and you want to know something? I never liked the idea of videos being age restricted and being, like, not making any money off of it. I mean, it really depends. Like, if your video gets age restricted for swearing, I feel you should still make money off of it. But if you have a video where it's literally like a live leak video, a video of literally somebody in real life being beheaded on YouTube and it gets age restricted, shockingly it doesn't get taken down, obviously you shouldn't make money off of that shit. But if your video is gonna get age restricted because of swearing
You said
or
the
in-game
F-word.
violence, like video
I don't
game
think
violence, shit like that,
anything has
that's
been
like
yet, but
that shit is just
not
dumb.
much has been. I think Mortal Kombat Jacksepticeye, once it does, some of his videos have been age restricted for violence.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, because it's gory as hell, but... Sure, it can... I'm fine with it being age restricted, I'm just not fine with them not making any money because it got age restricted.
Yeah, like...
Like, they should still make money if it's age restricted. Especially if it's in, like, something like fictional game violence. Like Mortal Kombat. Alright?
Yeah, I don't think videos should be age restricted as much as they are. I think YouTube should allow us to swear. I think YouTube should allow us to react to stuff. But we're never gonna get what we want because we never can argue to get what we want.
Yeah, YouTube right now is basically a monopoly. There's really nothing we can do about it until there is another competitor for YouTube, which will most likely never happen.
Until fucking bigger YouTubers that they'll never do this because they're so fucking self-centered on themselves. I don't give a shit what they say. They don't care about our smaller channels.
No?
The only one that does is Mr. Beast.
Yeah?
The other ones don't give a shit. You can be like, hey, can you promote my channel a little bit on your video? And they'll be like... And then they'll just ignore you. It won't be anything. And even Mr. Beast, you have to sign up. You can't just, like, on a live stream, if he did a live stream, you can't just ask, hey, can you promote my channel? This is my channel name. Can you try and send a few subscribers over my way? He won't, like, instantly do it.
You
'Cause
got
then again,
you need to
millions of recommendation.
It's like
Patience.
yeah.
It just sucks how we are now. How our society. If all the big YouTubers went up to YouTube headquarters and all said, hey, we want to be able to swear in our videos because it's not going to do anything against other people. If we want to be able to react to other people and do things with them, YouTube would probably say yes. Because there's literally like 100 different fucking YouTubers walking up to their things and they'd be like, hey, what's going on? And it'd be like, can you please let us swear in our videos?
Mm-hmm.
Please? Because everybody wants it. Everybody wants it on your thing, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And if they did that, I generally think that they would allow us to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't, and we get what we get.
Yeah. Just like I said, I'm still gonna do YouTube. And if I were to make it big in the rap game, I'll still do YouTube. I'll still do gaming. You know? Like just like how Logic does, you know? Even while he was in rap, like I know he's retired now and he streams on Twitch, but even while he was in rap, he uploaded videos on his YouTube channel. I'll do the same. But yeah, so yeah, it's just fucked. And there's really nothing we can do about it. But just like I said, if I had the money and the lawyers, I would sue YouTube because I have a legitimate reason to, because of, you know, them violating human rights.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
And we gotta fucking make it so that we need Mr. Beast. We need Mr. Beast's help to, you know, make a better YouTube. Because Mr. Beast, he's got 61 million subscribers, I'm pretty sure. He's got a large following. If he were to start, like, a new website, a new YouTube, that shit would blow up.
If everybody just worked together to make what we want be a thing on YouTube, YouTube would have nothing but to say, yes, we will do it, and we will allow you guys to do this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't, because they don't give a shit. Because
Nope.
they're like, we're making enough money already, why do we need to screw it up?
Yeah, that's very true.
Just so that smaller audiences can do stuff? No.
Yeah, so...
YouTube recommends the videos that they think is going to make them the most money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. So, so I'm basically... I think we're done with, like, talking about, like, whole YouTube and shit. I think we've talked enough about it. We basically talked about everything with YouTube. Basically what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, if we don't have anything else to talk about, we'll probably end the stream here. Matt, you got anything else?
No, I basically talked about all the feminists and all the other shit that have been happening so far.
Mm-hmm.
People just being dumb, people being stupid, just general American shit that happens over here.
I will say this, one time I did a live stream in Five Nights at Freddy's, I literally titled it, Well Fuck, and that title alone got my video age restricted, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you
Really?
can't have swears in your title anymore.
I don't give a shit.
I don't think you ever could, but
I don't care.
I don't remember if any other have, but no, I don't think you ever were able to, but I think you might have been at one point. But I agree with that one, because what if, like, a little kid is scrolling through YouTube and he's like, oh, this seems like a nice video. What does this mean? And then the parents has to talk about all that.
Well, just like
but
I
if
said,
it's in the video's content, I don't give a shit. But
well,
if
just
it's,
like I
if
said,
it's on
like
the title,
with
I'm like,
kids, like they should know what to say and not to say.
Yeah. But if it's in the video's contents, I'm fine with it. If it's on the front thing, I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. It makes a lot more sense than if it's in the video.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna end the stream here, so anyways, this has been the Split Zombie Podcast, broadcasting live here on YouTube. And we had a good minute and 15 seconds. Or no, hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 50 seconds.
Yeah, apparently I'm dyslexic. I'm dyslexic apparently. But anyways, you know, I had a good this was a good live stream. I think we did pretty good. So yeah. Thank you all for watching this live stream. Go subscribe to Split Cartoon 444. It's 3 4s in your channel, right?
Yeah.
I think you should get rid of the 4s altogether because Split Cartoon. I don't think there are any other
it's
Split
already
Cartoons.
a name.
Oh, really?
No,
Alright,
it's already a name. That's why I have to have the 4s.
Okay, well, what if you became like bigger on YouTube? Would you get rid of the 4s?
Yeah, if the channel's already gone.
Alright. Alright, so go subscribe to Split Cartoon 444. You know, he deserves as much love as he needs on YouTube, alright? He deserves a lot of love. So go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'm gonna come through this screen and slap you across the face. Like I do with women. No, I'm playing. To do it. I had to fucking do it, alright? But anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and as always, I will talk to y'all motherfuckers later.